My goal is to win, and I'm not going to stop. So doing the junior summer is my highest potential. I have a coach. Her name is Goldie. We're going to go into the battleground of your soul. Close your eyes. It's been so long since I've done an album. I am afraid. Nope, that was it for me. I'm out this week. I can't go right.
Okay, guys, just set up in the house.
Tamar, because you're here for you.
Let them know who Tamar is.
It's my entire life. It's hard to talk about with the baggage around. Is that what we're calling the crew baggage? That's a lie. To do this fellowship, that is a lie. I need you to commit to not shutting us down. I need a minute. Tamar? See y'all.
Okay.
I just decided to take matters into my own hands and create my own fairy tale. I mean, it worked for Cinderella. It worked for Snow White. It worked for Pretty Woman. You know, it's a classic story that never loses. And I'm determined not to give up on myself. So I'm not.
Sometimes that might be the reason why celebrities don't have shows about their life. Because stuff like, you know, just stuff be happening. But
I can't wait to sit talk there.
one done. Somebody else can do 2 hours.
I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again.
I'll let you finish.
Can I get my turn?
What? I'm watching this.
Got it?
Just watching it.
That's a part of the job.
Lona and I met through an agent.
She has to worry
I
about
just
everybody.
decided if I'm going to do this, I need to take matters into my own hands. Did you get in here already? Hi! Oh, look at you!
What did she do?
Because I want another fair chance to tell.
What she didn't lose. She rested.
So let me tell you.
Too much.
Don't be all telling you better be
I
stronger
told
than
her
that
that we
shit.
were going to do this show together. And she
Look
was
right
like,
with her
okay,
ass in
really,
the
I think it's going to be great. I know that. Yeah, because we worked together. I don't know if you remember that on my first
You are stronger than
record.
that.
Maybe
You don't let nobody get you down like that.
Forward for the Los Angeles Spark. She says the bubble, if you will, that we may be kicked off tomorrow.
See how they cut that body up?
Stick around.
On right down. Right down the door.
Each and every day,
Right down the
we're
door.
out here getting our
More
hands
friend.
dirty, loving what we
He
do.
was crying like a little girl. That's
Taking
my
pride in the job well
No
done.
way. Wait till you get out the phone.
This isn't just our way of life. It's who we are. And so all 38,000 of us across almost 2,000 communities are proud to share our expertise with you, our neighbors. We live here. We work here. We're a team here. Working stronger together. Tractor Supply.
You got work tomorrow? Time you get out early morning.
Here they come.
A fraction of a tent is just the top, but a fraction of a stock, that's an investment.
Introducing Budweiser Zero. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar. Full of
Spots, it's for men.
Here's another challenge.
Doug, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Where can you find something crunchy, melted, and only $1? It's Taco Bell's $1 Nacho Crunch Double Stack Taco. Order ahead and pick yours up at our contactless drive-thru.
The Arena on TNT is presented by Tractor Supply Company, serving our local communities stronger together.
want to take this time to give my condolences to the family of the Taylors, especially for Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor killers still roaming around the streets. That's what we need to see a video of Breonna being killed.
Isn't that great?
Equality is demanded, and Black Lives Matter.
He's 35 down in Georgia.
Yeah.
And you
Keep
see
this
this
fight
like
going
that, he got hit.
and use our platform to stand up for those that can't stand anymore.
Oh, that's because that was the light. Oh, goodness. That's, oh, goodness.
When you black, it's not a movement. It's a lifestyle.
Breonna Taylor is an example of a black life who was taken because of how the system has been laid out. And we're going to continue to protest.
Any one of us could have been Breonna Taylor. So although we wear Breonna Taylor's name on the back of our jersey, it represents so many other different African American women that have been killed by the police.
A lot of people cannot even have that conversation of actually looking someone in the eye and telling them how they feel. And a lot of people, when they tell you how they feel, I have to be able to accept your response. No matter if you tell me what I want to hear or not.
I want to go on the record saying that Daniel Cameron's in position to arrest the cops who were responsible for killing Breonna Taylor. He still has not done that.
We want to make sure that Daniel Cameron will arrest the cops and officers involved with Breonna Taylor's death. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
My answer is going to be justice for Breonna Taylor. That's going to be my answer for everything.
So if I ask you about team defense, that's going to be your answer?
Justice for Breonna Taylor.
You win this with justice.
A little more than 2 weeks inside of the bubble, and as you can see, players have made a deliberate choice to keep the social justice conversation going. Your reaction to that?
Oh, well, I think, that is a direct impact of so many people coming out and saying you can't return to basketball and keep the movement going. And I think these guys who are in the bubble has shown that it's the complete opposite. And, they're in the bubble, everybody's watching, they have a huge platform, and they're using that platform not only to bring basketball back, which brings happiness back into a lot of our lives, but to also continue to bring awareness to the challenges that we face as Black Americans.
I think it's going to be interesting from a fan standpoint, because we're only 2 weeks in, and 3 months of the same thing. Because you got to think about it from a fan perspective. All these people have lost their jobs. Their kids are probably not going to go back to school. They're already under stress. And if they just want to turn on a basketball game and watch basketball, I think it's going to be very interesting as we keep going. Like, we haven't even started playing basketball yet. And if these guys are going to do this every day, number one, you have to applaud. But there is another side to this. And for fans, it used to be a way to let me get away from reality. And like I say, if it's going to be like this every day for 3 months, I think it's going to be fascinating how the fans react to it.
You keep using the words interesting and fascinating. What do you mean by that?
They could get turned off. They could get turned off because people watch sports for sports. Listen, there's a direct correlation. You go back to what was going on with Colin Kaepernick. The fans were not happy with that. And now, with such a condensed season, where these guys are going to be on really every day for 3 months, and for the public, they're going to hear this stuff every single day for 3 months. You got this. I want to know how they're going to react. I really do. And for people to say, well, the fans really going to be all aboard for everything, I'm going to wait and see.
So what I would ask you is, I think a lot of people turned around and within the last few months apologized to Colin Kaepernick. And so would these fans be making the same mistake that they were making, what was that, 2016 Capstar deal, if I'm not mistaken?
2016.
Would they be making the same mistake by ignoring it again because they don't want to hear it, or is it time to just face the music and own up to the things that guys are protesting?
Well, I think it's different now because of the pandemic. Like I say, the pandemic has put everything out of whack. Like I say, these people, they've all lost their jobs. They're not going to get their jobs back, a lot of them, You have to factor that in. Like I say, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but you have to think at some point, say, man, I'm not sure I want to watch basketball every day if this all these guys are going to talk about. I think that's a fair question.
Do you think that the conversation is too heavy and they want an escape? Is it more of that stick to sports mentality?
No, it's not stick to sports. I'm saying, first of all, I don't think we should ever just stick to sports. But I'm saying, with this pandemic, this has changed the world forever. Forever. And these people, I think, they're like, can I get a break one day? And I say, it's going to be fascinating watching. Like, first of all, I hope they watch, because we're going to be on. But I do think it's going to be an interesting the way this thing plays out. You know, this notion that just because these guys are back, everybody's going to run back to the basketball court. And then if these guys are going to talk about heavy stuff every single day, I think that could be a backlash. I really do.
You know, I personally think everyone will continue watching. And I mean, that's just my opinion, because it feels to me as if America is shifting. And everyone is shifting to the right side. And the right side isn't just shifting to black people. The right side is shifting to everyone doing what's right. And so I don't think, it'll have a negative impact on the game.
We shall see. The season starts July 30th. Meanwhile, we now welcome in Nneka Ngumake, power forward for the Los Angeles Sparks. So you're in the bubble. WNBA season starts tomorrow. Early on, and we just got done talking about this, personally and professionally, you have to be honest with me, Nneka. You got to tell me, has it been really emotionally difficult inside of that bubble?
I have to say that it's been a collection of a lot of emotions. And for me, I have a different perspective because as the president, I'm kind of there every step of the way. So I understand, when the players haven't been there through every process, how emotional it can be. I have to say that, entering market before we came was extremely emotional and a bit heavy because, we travel commercially and it was just, there was a lot of unknowns. And then arriving in Bradenton as well, none of us really knew what this was going to look like. And so the first few days, it was pretty tough. But I have to say that things have been ironed out. And right now, I think we all realize, league, union, players, we're all on the same side of this. We all want to prioritize the same thing. So things are slowly shaping up.
Well, you mentioned that you are the president of the Players Association, and the league recently launched a campaign, Change Has No Off-Season. Can you tell us about that mission, especially as we were just talking about this entire social justice movement?
So, actually the Change Has No Off-Season is specific to the Sparks. So that's kind of our initiative, and we're really excited about that, especially with the projects that we have moving forward as a team. But as you know, too, we have the Social Justice Council, deemed the Justice Movement, and that's a collection of players that kind of represent our interests as far as social initiatives go. And we've had one of our first what we call powerful conversations with the Honorable Stacey Abrams and, of course, Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, and Professor Crenshaw. And it's been so inspiring to be able to really put a purpose behind this season because, quite frankly, everything going on in terms of speaking out and using our platform has always been a part of the WNBA.